Hey everyone, it's Falcore here and welcome to my channel. This is the first episode of a new series that I am creating called More Than Words. So, for those of you that do not know me yet, let me do a bit of an introduction. As I said, my name is Falcore. I am a vlogger and I'm a vlogger who has a stammer. And it's something that if you watch me regularly, you probably know. And sometimes if you could come into watching one of my videos for the first time, you probably may not notice ever. Because that is the way I achieve my sort of level of speech now, and also through the power of editing. It is certainly not something that is the whole part of me that defines me, but it is a big part of my life. And also I always have had this need and want to do something that I feel like is useful, or that is like kind of attempting to sort of give something back to the world. So what is More Than Words? It's a series for people who stammer by someone who stammers. That does not mean that I'm saying it is for you only, you people who also have a stammer like me. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. It's for everyone, because I want to inform and educate, you know, other people who have a stammer, parents who perhaps have a child who has a stammer, school teachers who might have a student in their class who has a stammer. The list goes on. I want everyone to come across these in some way, shape or form and hopefully learn something that they didn't know. And hopefully along the way, I'll be able to, you know, uproot some really interesting subjects, and also hopefully dispel some myths about people who have a stammer. And also what I am going to purposely do, which is something that I've always used my YouTube channel for, is being able to edit my stammer out, and I'm not going to edit it out anymore. As I said, I'm Falcore, I'm a vlogger, but I'm somebody who has a stammer. I'm currently 30 years old and I've had it for, to be honest, as long as I can remember. I've always spoken with this issue, and it's been lesser and like more so in certain times of my life, being the worst during secondary school, which if you are a person out there who stammers, who stammered throughout secondary school or is currently stammering throughout secondary school, high school, whatever you want to call it, you will know, or you may have a different experience to me, but it can be a very hard time indeed. It is something for which people can absolutely rip the hell out of you for, and it ruins you every day. It makes being asked to read aloud a horrifying experience. The register every morning and afternoon, when all you have to do is say like, here, yes sir, being asked what your name is regularly by teachers, fellow students. Saying your name can be one of the hardest things to say when you're someone who has a stammer. So that is who I am, just briefly in a nutshell, and that's where I'm kind of coming from with this. And the reason why I'm calling it More Than Words is because I want it to be about everything. So it's more than words, because I think people who have a stammer associate stammering with, you know, speech, with the words that come out of your mouth, which yes, it is. That is fundamentally what having a stammer is. It is a severely increased level of disfluency, and everybody stammers at some point in their life, obviously. Even people who would not say themselves have one, but they do occasionally fall over on their words, let's say. That's the same sort of thing. It can also be often referred to as stuttering. I have basically drawn up a bit of a framework of areas that I want to cover, and this includes things like stammering in the workplace as an employee, or from the perspective of the employee and the people that they work with, the people that you work with, the employer, and what their views are and what support is in place, or what support could be in place. I also plan to talk about stammering in education, in various ones, probably starting out in school when you're younger, because I want to cover that, because that's something that was probably the most traumatic part of my life personally. So I would really like to dig further into that, and I hopefully will be able to speak to a teacher my husband is a teacher, hopefully. I want to talk about stammering in relationships, i.e. when you're trying, to go into the world of dating, let's say, and how it affects that. So you can see what I'm trying to say here. It's about more than words. It's about everything. It's about the person behind the stammer. The stammer does not define the person. It does not define someone's intelligence, someone's abilities in whatever it is that they want to do in their life. It's just one thing that they have, which, yes, is an enormous barrier in their lives. It was a barrier in my life. It still is a huge barrier in my life. And I know that a lot of you are probably watching this right now, especially those who may not have a stammer, or even the ones that have, and you're thinking to yourself, you speak fine. What are you talking about? And all I can say is that I'm in a particular situation right now. I am on my own, in my house, in my comfortable space, and over the years I've gotten used to speaking in front of a camera on my own in a room. So this is an environment which I can speak in. And also I have managed to learn how to manage my stammer over the years. When I was in secondary school, which I describe as my worst period of life for, speech and fluency, I, could not string sentences together at all. I could not speak without involuntarily rolling my eyes, hitting myself in the leg. I just couldn't speak. And the thought of being asked to speak aloud, or even just it happening spontaneously, it doesn't matter whether it was planned in advance or whether it happened spontaneously, my fluency fell apart, and it was a hard time. I'm a rambler, as you can already tell, because this is an introductory vlog that's just talking about what More Than Words is going to be about. But that is what it is about, and I just wanted to introduce it. This is kind of like the pilot, let's say, in the series. So it's going to live here on this particular channel, which is my channel as well. For those of you out there who already subscribed, that does not mean that my entire channel is going to become about this particular subject. I just want to use this platform as a place for me to be able to share my voice on this particular subject that is very important and close to me, and I think needs more awareness, more visibility in the world in general. This is going to be more than words, and I really hope that this is going to be a journey that helps other people to learn things, that helps me to learn things, and that just educates everybody out there a little bit more about people who stammer and what that means. Okay, thank you very much for watching.